morning to you viewers. Yes, it's another beautiful Wednesday morning. This is Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Princess Kessie. I have with me, as usual.
Yeah, Daddy Chris, it's wonderful midweek broadcast. I can
Yes.
see Abuja. I don't know what is going on in Nigeria at the moment.
Yes, there is this. I'm hearing sharp that the whole country has been plunged into darkness because Labour has officially kickstarted
What we've been waiting for.
the
Is that
strike.
good? Is that good or bad? We'll see.
I think it's good and bad. Both, because we know that although I'm hearing as well that some of the states did not comply.
It will be gradual. They
Did
will.
not comply.
Yeah.
So a state like Lagos and some other states are refusing to comply to that strike.
Well, the president is from Lagos State. That could be why. More influence there. But at the end of the day, every state have reason to do what they do. Let's see what they're doing. But I think, do you want to share the video?
Yes, before we even start, let's watch what's happening in Abuja and let's see around FCDA. You can see that it's like holiday, public holiday.
Exactly.
And some of the gates are
Yes.
shut as well.
Exactly. Look at
And
it.
yes, the gates are shut. Cars, vehicles are not allowed to go in. And people are just loitering around there, waiting, hoping that it's open for them to go. Yes.
Amazing. Amazing stuff. You know how Nigerians react to things. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Abuja this morning. Normally, you will see everywhere at this time of the day. This morning, things are always bring a car moving it in and out of the premises. And
You see that people actually locked out. The gates are shut as of right now, as we're here. We don't know what's going on. We're believing, it's the strike as well. But that is FCDA. I don't know why. Are they supposed to be part of the strike? That is what I really do.
People working there, are they not workers? So that's the thing, I think this is the kind of thing where anybody can go and anybody can decide not to join. You can go with the excuse that the authority refused to join, but you can also go with the excuse that the people there are workers, so decided to join. It depends on how solid the team is there. I don't think it should be seen as a bad thing if the people are having some concern. It's nothing bad to ask the government to listen, but I think the picking up of that NSC boss is a wake-up call for all Nigerians. And
yes, so we have a lot coming in from our dailies this morning on the news. That Chris was seeing that the strike is one major issue today, of course, and then we saw that the president is saying that they inherited serious liabilities from their predecessors, and I don't know. Now the judiciary issues are over.
Yeah.
We are supposed to get work.
This is
to work head on, and we're hearing this.
Exactly what I was saying. I said Nigeria has spent almost half of a month, 6 months, half of a year. So talking about politics. Now it's time to talk about governance. Now we know it is. Now we're hearing. We inherited this. You knew this, sir. I'm happy the president said that we should not feel sorry for him, that he's here to do the job. He asked for the job. Baba, do the job, please. No excuse.
That's
just do the job.
Don't
do the job. If you have money, if you have enough money to buy SUV and all this rubbish, you are planning to do without thinking of the economy, you understand? And how can you say you inherited nothing? You inherited nothing, you have money to buy that. With inherited nothing, you're spending money to rebuild as a rock for yourself. These are not reasonable. What is the price of the first lady's car? To do what? I mean, you guys have a car already. Why don't we get out of this before we buy cars?
And let's not forget also that the first lady did say that they are not coming for Nigerians' wealth or money. They have so much already. They're just coming to help build the country.
When you say that one, Nigeria will say to read. Look at how shameful this is now. And they say it's not good. What we're saying is if It's all right. It's all right for a president to have all the comfort. His job is hard enough. I understand that. But in this difficult time, why can't the president and his little school and even the government? Let's talk about. We're talking of the executive and the legislature because they're the ones spending money on SUV because they come in to make now. Why can't they just take some time to sympathize or join the country in this difficult time to low down our expenditure. You understand? You cannot be broke. You say you didn't have enough money and you spend all this money. You didn't even buy the local ones. I mean, if the federal government of Nigeria is giving half of the money
half
they
of
spend,
the money, and they'll be paying Innocent gradually.
Thank you. This is exactly what I want to say. Innocent will be happy.
If you still help us, Innocent is happy. We are happy. Our economy is growing.
Princess, you know what I said last time? I said if the government eject money with a student loan and the money paid to the school, the money is within the system. You understand? Now, nobody will talk to you that you didn't pay salaries. Students are happy going to school on time. You are getting some kickback back. If you spend money, at the end of the day, you have trained human beings, which you can even, in fact, if you are exporting those kind of caliber of human beings, then the kind of immigrants we have going on now, they will be called experts. Hopefully, one day, African immigrants like us will be called experts, not immigrants. Right now, we are immigrants. You understand? So these are the kind of things the federal government cannot afford to play with. You cannot give excuse now that you didn't inherit anything. You inherited the debt. So you're not going to add more debt to the one you inherited. But we expect better from you.
It's quite shameful. But let's run through the
dailies. ABUJA is here already. What
yes, I think they are still. They said they are having.
But it's blank, but I can see her anyway. Yes. Maybe we can only see you. We cannot see your.
Hello, Mary. Can you hear us? Good morning.
She cannot.
Right.
I put her out of the studio because she's giving us dark now. I don't know why.
Hello, Mary. Good morning. Can you hear us?
Yes, she can hear us now. She needs to tidy up her system. All right.
All right. So we kickstart our dailies this morning from the Punch, and these are some of the stories we have. This morning, we have a story here that says Ajero's alleged assaults. FG kicks Labour, strike records partial compliance, and the rider says Tinubu not behind attack on Ajero. Escalating strike nationwide unreasonable, coming from the AGF office. Lagos, Rivers, Kwara, Bauchi workers shun Labour. Edo, Kanu, Edo, Delta, Akwa Ibom, others comply. All these stories are on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. We also have a story here that says elections over, reform economy now. NPAN tells Tinubu on page 7 on the Punch newspaper.
Good to hear.
As well, we have a story here that says CBN extend old Naira notes deadline indefinitely. And that story is on page 11 of the Punch newspaper as well. We'll have a story here that says Atiku canvasses merger to ABS APC. That story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. There's a story here that says 35 million naira needed to return body of Nigerian students. That is coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And that story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper. And the story here says sacked agencies members sue Adeleke demand 2 billion naira on page 29 of the Punch newspaper. Okay, we know that the strike issue is, we know that, I don't know. I want to believe that, this president is going to give the organized labor a tough time.
Well, they have a way of taking them to court, telling them they break the law. And let's see where the law is going to put all the organized labor, all the labor workers in prison. You understand? These are the things, these are fruitless movement for the government to think that they can fight and organize an institution like labor. But labor has really failed us. I'm not happy today with the headlines again. You understand? The headline is on the organized labor, which is understand the strike is important. But I wanted to push it more, not the alleged assault. You understand? The economy. You see, when you put on, you're going on strike because of alleged assault, it has become something we don't want to hear. But tell us that this strike is because of this. You see, the headlines is very important. You see, labor should be telling us it's not because they beat the man up, but because of the underlying issue. which is the economy. The federal government has spent so money on this, they've done this and this and that, and that is why we're going on strike. Everybody, people like us want to listen to that. You understand? Because when you say it's just because of fight, labor, what I'm even worried about is again the headline on our dailies today. I would have loved to see the Nigerian economy. Yeah, I want to see the Nigerian economy doing down. Labor go on strike. Mm-hmm. You understand? Labor, you are leading us on a strike because of the economy. You understand? That is the bottom line. The federal government or mismanagement. We can understand that because a time has come. Tinubu came to office all this while. Nobody has really bothered to ask them. It's been politics. It's been going from one case to the other, and they've been enjoying spending money to right instead of getting themselves together. They've been spending money to buy SUVs and buying yachts and all the rubbish. Then today, the light is now moving away from there. Other than Atiku saying that he's going to do whatever he's going to do. I saw that on the top of it. We don't even want to hear that. Because Tinubu will be ready. You think Tinubu is going to sleep? He's going to merge more, as you're mentioning.
That is what I'm worried about. I don't know what the president is up to, but I think the approach might not be good. We're talking about the workers, and you saying that I know that just when the new minister came in, I think the second meeting they had, there was a serious fallout. And I don't know where that will lead us. But finally, the much talked about strike is here. So let's see how that plays out, if that will even, shake the federal government, or we'll still have to, they're saying indefinite strike, but I'm not sure to be indefinite because how many days can we go?
Maybe, to be honest, I feel sorry for this president. He has never had honeymoon time. You understand? He never had a honeymoon time.
But even the president said it now, that everybody roll up your sleeve. We are here for serious business. This is not a hacky.
But he's not doing that now. We're buying SUVs. Is that the roll up your sleeve he's asking about?
And so maybe that's why the strike is needed as well.
Exactly. I agree. So I just feel sorry for him. That sometimes you see president enjoying some few days. They gave him time. He's now from court. Now they're going to wake him up.
Because I feel like when the president is when Labour keeps saying, they kept saying in the past we're going on strike. Okay, we had a closed door meeting. Okay, we are going back and forth again. So now, like we're seeing a major shutdown. It's good for economy sometimes.
No, I agree.
It's shaking up some things, and dialogue will not come on the table, and things maybe will move well for a period of time again before we'll not hear another strike. So I think let's do this once and for all.
I agree.
And
it's like when you go on fasting, you do it's a thing. It sometimes it helps you to recoup. You come back, eat some nice fruit before you break your fast. It's not even only good for spiritual things; it's good for your health. You understand? Yeah, exactly. So
and then we see that some states are actually not complying. States like Lagos, Rivers, Kwara, Bauchi workers. They're shunning labor, and I hope also that when they have issues with their governor, labor issues, they will not call on labor.
No, but you can understand now. Lagos is Tinubu, and Rivers is Wike. They are controlled. They're still in charge there now, and so they can oppress. I don't know why it's happening in Bauchi anyway.
And I don't know why we're seeing Tinubu not behind attack on Nigeria. I don't understand. How can the president be the one attacking anyway?
Yeah, but because if you shut the country down because of an attack which happened in a state, they are saying that, hey, it's not the presidency that is in charge. Why don't you deal with the people in charge? But president, why did you not respond?
Maybe because as a president of a nation, and when something of that magnitude, or how do you call it, happens, and so the national president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, I think it's something that calls for a speech from the president, from the governor of the state right away, if not the next day. But we saw that even the state governor, so it took almost a week before he came out to say something which is quite not a good one, to be very sincere.
Yes. Anyway, he has won the election again, so you can tell us to go to hell. We say now you've done your worst, now we're going to do ours. You've been able to rig the election, whatever you do. Maybe you won genuinely, I don't care right now. But if that is your strength, this is our strength. You see, this is the thing. Democracy is about minority have a say too. Thank God this is now a fight between organized labor and the federal government. And don't forget, Mr. President, we are all organized labor because we all work. Everybody, even you are one of the organized labor if you don't know. So it is a difficult thing to fight yourself. it's sometimes important to listen to one another. I don't know. Princess, still again, I didn't want to say the focus of the strike. I want to be sincere here. You understand? I'm not a party to any strike that does not address our economy proper. And what kind of meeting will they be going to tomorrow? Because we will not be there, Princess. You understand? What is going to be the reason why they're going to strike?
Anyway, in the course of the show, we're going to be bringing some of the labor union workers here. So that they can tell us more on that. They are all, I know they are protesting left and right. They are having series of meetings, but I'm trying so hard this morning to whisk one of them out of that,
Yes.
meeting so we can hear from them, like hearing from the horse's mouth. What exactly is the strike apart from the assault on the president? What exactly is, the strike? Why are we shutting down the whole country, the nation? So we're going to hear more of that. Now, there's a story here moving forward that says CBN extend old Naira notes deadline indefinitely. I don't understand why we suffered so much early in this year before the election. When they say Nigerians suffered just to make sure with the swapping or the changing, moving from the old to the new, and now we are back again. And now, even with this statement from CBN, we're still seeing that when you go to bank, we saw the headlines yesterday, ATMs are dry. They are not dispensing cash, and even POS don't have money. Banks are telling you they don't have money. So who is holding the new Naira notes, and where are the old ones that say, okay, we can be used? And Nigerians are very, very, Nigerians, they behave somehow. Do you know that you go to some places? Okay, now before I came, I know I went to the car wash to wash my car. And the Aboki was fighting one man that washed his car, that was paying with the old Naira note. The Aboki said, "We will not take old Naira note. Government said they should not." I'm like, "No, you can take it. It's still in use." He refused. I had to take the old Naira note, 500, 1,000, and I gave my new one. And I told him that, okay, I'm going to transfer my own to your account, the one you used to wash my car. And that was what resolved the issue. They were actually fighting. And so I don't know, even with the statement from CBN, you will still see Nigerians now telling you, I'm not taking old one, no, you're your own. So I think CBN should stay one place. Let's know what we're doing, right? You can't frustrate Nigerians from the beginning of this very year, telling us old Naira note is facing away and they are bringing new ones. And all of a sudden, you are not telling us the old ones are still in use. They will be there indefinitely. That means, okay, why did we go through the stress and the struggle in the first place, Daddy Chris?
It's a painful thing. Well, funny enough, Princess, I'm sorry to say that I was a big supporter of the change of this currency swap.
Everybody was until we now saw that it wasn't working well.
Yes, which is a pity, and it's again the pressure from the Nigerian people that actually made the government about. Okay, the failure of the process.
The government supposed to buy on a policy that will better us, on a policy that were already everybody was like, okay, let's see who do this to finish.
Yes, exactly. And I was so angry, I was so disappointed that the thing was reversed, because we were saying to them, and for me, my take was that, okay, if you have some money, start somewhere, bring it out. You understand? Because actually, our Naira are living in a bedroom. They have their bedrooms. No human beings, Nigeria Naira have bedrooms across the country, and it's not obtainable anywhere in the world. You understand? So that policy was a good one. So telling people if you have money genuinely, why don't you bring it out and put it back and exchange it? That was my take. But then, for you to even give Nigerians their note, their money, you couldn't do that, federal government. That was the shameful thing that failed us. And it's a pity now we're here and they are extending indefinitely. That is to tell you that the people they were actually trying to say to are now in government. The people, the corporate, the people that were affected by that policy are now here. So why not extend it indefinitely? Because they're benefiting from it. These are the people that stuck our money somewhere.
And as we speak, they are still somewhere.
They're there. The money is there. And it's unfortunate that Nigerians, we cannot say things, then they will think you're a bad person. If anywhere in the world, when you say things like this, you are bad. They blacklist you. You're not likable. Who cares? Look at my beard, it's white already. I don't need your likeness. But what I'm truly trying to say is that this policy is a good one. Why throw it away? And now you're going to, in fact, Nigeria, it's good to postpone the evil days. It will still come. This is the thing I keep saying. I call it the toffee ideology. You might eat now, it may become a poison tomorrow. We talked about diabetes the other day, and it's still there.
Just yesterday.
If you eat a lot of sugar is sweet. but tomorrow the sugar will come and bite you. But if you eat bitter leaf, correct one now, you see you're going to sleep well. And your body, if you wake up, you know what you've done. So bitter leaf is it the most tasteful one? But we come to enjoy bitter leaf soup because we know of the good thing bitter leaf will do for you. So you need to wash a little bit of the this is what we say to the federal government. Wash a little bit of the bitterness out of the bitter leaf so that it becomes a real leaf. But it's not sugary.
I understand.
That's where we're trying to play the federal government to help us.
And we do hope that they will not frustrate Nigerians who have Christmas just around the corner. Mary, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning from Abuja. How is London this morning?
How is Abuja today?
And Abuja is giving us another face. Like today is different from the usual.
Yesterday, you did say you are not even feeling the impact of this.
I wasn't sure. It was today that I can say that.
Very impact now.
And you can see that now. FCTA coming up to FCDA, like the gates are locked, all the workers are outside. The thing is, they are keeping these people standing outside. Although for those that feel like coming home, because I don't think they even expect the workers to be there. So all of them, they're just standing outside and the gates have been locked. The security guards are just standing in front of the gates.
It's quite
all
interesting.
Cars are just parked there on the road. And I was like, wow, this is serious. And talking about lights, I think since yesterday I've been noticing this light issue from my area. There was no lights. This one is even a kind of better here in area 11 because it's been on and off. But other places, there are no lights at all. Schools are closed, you understand? I think when I was coming this morning, I saw some students and people were like, there's no school. The other one was going back, I think secondary school. So she was telling her.
That's a very good report from Abuja there, Mary. And we do hope that NEPA
will not take us.
Please, we need Mary here now. And you can see our gates are being shut, and just maybe the person we weld into this, and everything will be okay again. But we say, when two elephant fights, the grass will definitely suffer, but maybe just for a while.
No, suffering is important. For us to gain salvation, Jesus Christ have to die. I only talk about sacrifice. I'm princess. I'm setting up my own church. The name of my church is called Church of Sacrifice. For those of you, because this is the most important. There's no religion without sacrifice. You understand? Have you seen any religion that doesn't have sacrifice? It's not a religion. You understand? We want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. How are you going to go to heaven if you don't die? If Jesus Christ didn't die, will there be salvation? So a time will come in our life where we'll be ready to say, okay, let us do this so that the good things will come. You understand? Have you seen where you discover gold? You dig. You don't see good things at the surface. You have to work hard before you can get to the minerals that we are looking about today. That is why mining is a difficult job. But when you get there is pleasure. There is wealth, there's prosperity. So we need to be able to say to ourselves as a people that, okay, what organized labor is doing, is it in the interest of Nigeria? Because that is what I really want to find out, Princess. You understand? It's okay to go on this strike. I'm still having a little reservation. The reservation is not the headlines that disturb me today. We should not go on strike because somebody is beaten up. He took on a position to work for us as the boss of the labor, representing all of us, meaning there are a lot of risks that goes with it. If he's beaten up, we'll fight for him, but we're not shutting the country down because of him. We're going to shut the country down because of what he stands for. And I want it to be on the headline, not the beating up. You understand? You see, the federal government lockdown, which is good. Why? It's not because of the beating up. See, economy.
Let's see. Let's hope that they're having meetings, but I'll be able to whisper them out to talk to us.
I don't think they would like me that much.
No, they will talk anyway. Okay. That's one thing I love the organized labor for, to be sincere. Each time you call on them, except of course they are having a crucial meeting. Even there are times you call the head of information and he comes out of that meeting, tell you, okay, I can do 10 minutes and go back in. Exactly. Of course, he's the head of information. Whether or not they're having crucial meeting, they need to tell Nigeria what's on ground, except we didn't call on them. But all the time I've called, is it that they have, sometimes we even do a video, we are in a crucial meeting. Right. And so I give that to them. Okay, there's a story here that says elections over, reform economy now.
Thank you.
NPAN tells Tinubu. I think these are the news we want to hear.
Exactly. But that should be the headline today. You understand? That should be the headline. For that, then the strike follows. Because what we're saying is that election, I say I'll be crying. It's time to stop politics. Let's talk about governance. Baba Tinubu, politics time is over. Governance, sir. Don't say it's labor. We're not fighting labor. Whether you have issue with labor or one man there that is trying to bring a government, that's not our interest. Our interest today is the economy, Baba. The Nigerian economy. You see, let us talk about our security. People are still being kidnapped. We can't drive on the road. These are the important things. You understand? The primary duty of government is protection of lives and property. Baba, we are not secured. You understand? Who are we going to lay blames? Are we going to blame? Are we going to blame the former government for this insecurity that we see experiencing in Nigeria today? That's a question I have to ask. Are you saying that the federal government, the Buhari government, is responsible for the cars, the SUV you're buying? Baba, tell us. You understand? The economy is going down, down, down. Look at the naira. Look at the naira. You understand? These are questions these are legitimate concerns for everybody, whether you are in Nigeria, you are outside, anywhere you are. So that is the issue of the day. You understand? Labor is on strike for that simple reason. Please let us get it clear, Nigeria. Labor did not go on strike because somebody is beaten up. We know it's what I must have. Something will catalyze it. You know, Jesus Christ killing was as a result of something. They blame something. So that is the reason. But the bottom line is this. You know what happened with the end strike? Somebody got beaten up. The kids got angry. But the bottom line, the strike became a national issue because people were naturally aggrieved because of the economy.
People were tired. So that was like a child that wants to cry. You are not no.
That is exactly where we are now. Baba, you can't be beating us and expect us not to cry. Now we are crying. We cry because you gave us a knock hitting on the organized labor boss. But the cry has been there.
And what does Atiku mean by that news there?
No, Atiku is not a serious person. And I like it though. Wait a minute. Atiku, I like that because you think, Baba, you go to organize, he's trying to learn from what Tinubu did, you know, to push good luck away. That is exactly what that they should organize. It's not going to merge all political parties to fight to put APC out of power. My question is the same. Which political party are you going to fight now? You're going to merge PDP with Labour because Labour may not want to identify with you.
And because we know that it's for a selfish aim.
Exactly.
For the good of Nigeria.
Exactly. And wait, you think Tinubu is going to see that? Why you are merging is not merging. Tinubu will merge. He has learned from Tinubu is not good luck. You understand? Tinubu will merge and merge and merge. Before you see that Tinubu will win almost all the states. If any election coming up, Tinubu will go there and plant his people. How are you going to win him? Forget it. Baba, you are on retirement. If PDP keep putting this man forward, then PDP will continue to lose. I'm sorry, PDP will remain in the desert where they are now for years. If they don't learn from the mistake that Atiku has been their mistake, then it's a major problem. They can bring a younger person from the north. If they want, anyway, there are other young governors now. You see, the governor of Borno State is doing very well. You understand? Those people, what happened to them, Atiku? Are you God? Are you the only good person that can run Nigeria? These are the things that is even annoying me. What you have been in power, you've been enjoying power, you've been respected. Baba, your time is up. Pack your shit and leave. Or bring somebody. Your son is even old enough now to run for president. You are running for president for how many years? You want to imitate Buhari?
But is it not the thing that is peculiar with them? Is it just Atiku that is doing it? Buhari did run for how many times?
No, Buhari was never going to go anywhere. It was Baba that is in office now that organized a coup against Goodluck. You understand?
And maybe there are PDP people are also organizing to bring Atiku. So what do you think?
PDP.
Anyway, Atiku issue is not even important
thank
for us
you.
right now.
Thank you. I know, but
we have economy that we need to deal with. And
see what I'm saying? Had Atiku made a statement on the economy, it would have been interesting. He's still playing only politics. Is that how you run opposition? Opposition that only talk about politics, how to take power. Now there's an issue in the country. What is Atiku's position? Only for him to come out again from the woodwork and say, we're going to merge. In fact, I'm irritated to see Nigerians discussing politics 24/7.
And there's a very disturbing news here that says 35 million naira needed to return the body of Nigerian students. That is coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. we did record that there was a Nigerian student actually killed in the Philippines, and we are now seeing that bringing back the body, repatriating the body, it will cost up to that. I'm quite
Only one
worried.
body.
Yes, only one body, and they said that to bury him there. I follow that news, and they said to bury him there will cost 15 million, 10 to 15 million. And now that the family are saying he's the only son of the family, so they will want the body back. They are demanding 31 to 35 million naira. That is, and the Senate, National Assembly, did call on the president to look into that case, and of course to see that justice is, uh, they give justice to the late young man. It was recalled that the man went to, draw money owned by his Chinese girlfriend, and from there, I don't know what happened. Maybe the Chinese girlfriend had to call the Chinese guys, and he was beaten up, and he actually died on the process. And by five people, they've been arrested as well. But will the boy really get justice? What is our Ministry of Foreign Affairs doing? Because now they are calling on federal government to bring 35 whooping million naira just to bring back the body. And where I think the morgue, how do you call it, where it's being deposited, they are paying 30,000 naira.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I think labor don't carry wahala reach where we dey.
Yes.
The strike is now affecting every one of us. We are feeling the impact.
Let's go on a quick break.
We'll go on a quick. Hello, you're welcome back from that quick break, and of course, that is the impact of the strike. We are all feeling the impact, and just maybe this is good for us as a people and the economy as well. We move on.
The impact of labor strike affect our studio here
Yeah,
in
it's
London.
Yes,
everywhere.
so
God do. There is God do.
eh, and so I was just saying about the boy that we pray that the family will get justice, and of course the body will be returned home. It's painful that they already lost a young man, and it will be more painful that they don't see the body,
Yes.
for a proper funeral rites acts demanded by the Igbo custom, knowing fully well that he was the only child, son of the family. That is really sad. But I'm quite surprised that it's taking up to 35 million. But we do hope that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will do something about that.
You see, the ministry, this is what we're saying. If in fact, what we're saying now, this is the failure of the foreign policy, you understand? If yesterday we saw Nigerians being deported from Saudi, no issues, we suffer this again and again. And if our son, who is studying legitimately outside the country, is being attacked, we should be taking on. It's a federal, it's a government
to government,
and they should be paying for this.
Why are we paying? That is what came to my mind in the first place.
Why are we paying? And they should pay compensation to the family, not just bring
I
it
know
body back.
Philippines to be a country that actually upholds your laws. You don't misbehave in that country and get away with it. So I don't know why we're not paying.
No,
should
no,
be able to pay.
if I'm talking of even compensation for the family, not just to bring the cops home. There should be compensation. Somebody invest on the family, on the child that went abroad doing all these things and all that, and you just kill him and you think it's simple. There should be compensation. Anyway, and I'm sure those discussions are going on the ground. And they're going on the ground. Even if other than the federal government, other bodies will be taking it up. Even in Philippines, there must be NGOs fighting cases like this. So let's hope that there will be justice, and there should be justice.
There should be justice. So we'll move quickly to the next newspaper. That will be the Daily Trust, Mary.
Okay, and here the big headline says, I inherited serious liabilities from my predecessors. Let me take that again. I inherited serious liabilities from my predecessors. And this is coming from Tinubu. And here we have another story that says, no magic wand for economic crisis, coming from CBN governor. The federal government has run out of ideas. This is coming from economists. Hoarders speculate on responsible for forest crisis. And here we have another headline that says, anxiety in Kano plateau ahead appeal court judgment. And you can find the story on page 10 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And here we have another story that says, Article 6 measure of opposition parties to checkmate APC. You can find that story on page 27 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And here we have another story that says, passengers evacuated as Port Harcourt bound aircraft overshoot runway. You can find that story on page 25 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And here we have another story that says, Navy comes Lagos water, intercept boats carrying 90 drums of PMS. You can find that story on page 17 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And here we have another story that says, we tap into $2 trillion Islamic finance market, says the federal government. And here we can find that story on page 18 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And here we have another headline that says, labor strike cripples activities in Abuja state. Union leaders chase out non-compliant workers. BUK suspends exam. Hospitals, bank, courts shut. Partial compliance in Lagos, Rivers, Oyo. NOA calls for strike suspension. You can find all the stories on page 27 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And these are all the stories we have this morning on Daily Trust newspaper.
Quite a lot. And I'm quite I don't understand your president. Inherited what? Serious liabilities. I thought you guys are paddy.
But
I
they are
don't
the same people now.
Yeah,
And this is what they do. So what is
I
this
would have, I would have even loved Kenneth to be on this show right now because he will come and defend APC once again, as usual.
You said
they
anytime.
need to know that their fighter is not feeling fine, so that they don't know what to
That's why you see.
You say I'm a strong man, but this one has really brought him down. So they come and fight for him.
Because I don't understand why APC is, like I had a dog said yesterday, our guest, that if it's one thing, politicians are good at is the blame game, where you will see them blaming everything on the previous administration. We saw that during President Buhari, 8 years of blame games on Jonathan and the PDP administration. And now we're seeing that
You are saying you inherited.
and as at the point we saw on the Porsche headline that elections are over, try as a governor to do what? To reform economy now. It's that time Barry will come and start telling us now that people are not expecting you that with the whole tribunal, everything cases done, and even the state elections, everybody should focus. You are not telling us that you inherited serious. You inherited, but you are buying yachts. You inherited, you're buying SUVs because these lawmakers, they still have cars before.
You are renovating Aso Rock House.
National Assembly, yes, Aso Rock and National Assembly quarters. And these people, they've been moving on convoys. And then we don't have any money, but you spend so much on trivialities. And then you're coming to tell us now we should do what? Okay, let's all sit down and wait until Nigeria will stand up on its own. You said from the beginning. He said from the beginning he knows the job. He's here to do the job. I don't know why he's giving us. I think this is something that is actually peculiar with our leaders. They cannot do away with blame games or complaints. You already saw the economy. I don't know said it yesterday. Even while you were canvassing, campaigning, you know the state of the nation. You are not a stranger from the moon or from Jupiter. You have been in the country. You know that the economy is down. The economy is not moving well, and you said, "Okay, I think when I come in, I'm going to help
us."
You know the funniest
thing.
You people didn't read what the economists are saying.
Yes, and they ran out of ideas. I was coming to that.
The truth is, these people run out of ideas.
But is it not too early to run out of ideas?
Yeah, this is what we're saying. You understand? Because now, let's be sincere with this government. I feel sorry for them a little bit. They want to do something and there's a little cry, they will just change. Like what we're saying before, you understand? But he came and said, okay, there will be subsidy removal, which we work on. And the next thing, because of some little cry, he started doling out the small money we have as palliatives. Instead of using that money to face the Nigerian economy proper, you understand? Palliative. And then he opens the border, look at the problem, for more influx of goods, killing the local economy. And what do you expect? I don't know what kind of economies are all these people. You understand? I don't make from they play politics with our economy. That's the bottom line. Nigerians have not wake up to accept the person who will tell us the truth. Truth is bitter. You understand? There's a truth in all this. But if Tinubu is nervous, he's scared, people are complaining, he's trying to avoid this strike. All right? That's why he's trying to downs. Otherwise, I think the government is aware that we need to make some sacrifices for things. So they cannot be quick fix. You understand? The question, Baba, is as we are doing that, why is SUV to the legislature? That is my confusion. Why buying yachts? Why spending such amount of money on the first lady?
Personal money. Let's know.
Yes, no, we want to sacrifice. You understand? We all want to go into this so that the country will be better. But as you are telling Nigerians to sacrifice, you are buying. You are living high. You have money to go to. There's something say, I will pray to God this time from home. You understand? People, in fact, those of them going to Mecca. You're going to Mecca when we don't have money. You're going to pilgrimage to Israel without money. Pray, God is in Nigeria. You understand? There's certain things we cannot afford to be doing now. You know the funniest thing. If you have your own money, you're going to Mecca. That's fine. But using Nigerian money,
Everything they do right now is being sponsored by the Nigerian government. Our money, and don't forget that their lifestyle, their expenses, their holidays, and don't forget that even recently the whole senators went to whether Akwa Ibom for some meat. Which do you know how much that will cost us in each hotel? We are even happy that okay, this is within Nigeria.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
at least the hotel managers, the money will still come back to Nigeria, to we the people.
Exactly.
But you know, when you're saying that there is no money and you do all this, why can't you hold that summit in Abuja? There we have the National Assembly what's it called, the National International Conference Center.
Exactly.
It's being owned by the government. Why not go there and not pay and do whatever you have to do there? Why not drive there and later go to your house and sleep? Since you people are promised that okay, we are coming to reform.
Yeah, things are hard.
Things are hard.
Yeah, things are hard. We understand, sir. Things are hard. You see, the truth. This is the problem they have. You understand? Why are you going to say that to us now? That things are hard. When you are buying SUVs, you're going on holidays, paying big money to Mecca. You see, Baba and the Niger State government on that beautiful flight on their way to Mecca. We have nothing against that. But we say things are hard. It should be hard for everybody. Not all Muslims in Nigeria are able to go to Mecca now. Why do you think you are the only person that can go to Mecca? Every other people want to go to Mecca. They are not going because things are hard. As a sign of, okay, let us be together, you can say, okay, let us spend less this year on pilgrimage, you understand? Or if you're going to do it, then everybody should be entitled to it. Fairness, you understand? So we say, federal government of Nigeria, be bold. Be bold. And if you're going to tell us to make sacrifices, you're going to start it first. You're going to start from you guys. You understand? And that is why yesterday the Senate president said that we are hard on the on the.
We are not fair to them. We look down on them.
How can we look up to you if you're using our money to buy SUVs?
Why are not doing the needful? Why are not doing it?
Imagine if they had used this money within, spend the money on the SUV on Innocent, then we'll be using Innocent car vehicle now. You'll be surprised that in another 3 years, the brand Innocent will be all over Africa, not only in Nigeria. You understand? Because it will be the thing must have improved. You see, they will begin to go into research. They begin to compete because if you see modern cars now, princess, oh my God, you understand? I'm trying to get a new car and I'm not going to get those old ones that you no. Look at it; it's computerized. That is what Innocent will bring into its own system as well, so that we can compete with the rest of the world. But now we want a quick fix. Who's going to make the sacrifice? Well, I need my SUV now. I need my Toyota Prado. You understand? You need that when the country is dying. So you're expecting us now to die for the country and you people are enjoying. You know the work, Baba.
Anyway, we move on quickly to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. These are some of the stories we have coming from the Nigerian Tribune. We have here as the main headline. We've seen that before. Labor strike kicks off. And I'll move away from that because we've seen more of that before. And there's a story here that says CBN extend legal tender status deadline of old banknotes. Hoarders, speculators blame as Naira depreciates to 850 Naira, 22 kobo per dollar at NAFES. That story is on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. There's a story here that says Nigerian woman set world record for longest wig making. You can see the wig there, drawing all the on the floor there, and that's
so ridiculous.
Yes, and that story is on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. There's a story here that says OIC selects Nigeria as special delegate to halt Gaza conflicts. On page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper.
Don't drag us in.
Nigeria,
don't drag us in.
I don't understand.
Don't drag us in. We don't have the potential. This is a country that's deeply divided. You understand? Some will be supporting Israel, some will support the Palestinians.
Nigerians should be left out of
we
this
cannot,
because we cannot even settle our own self. Our own country, we have issues.
Nigeria love to go and settle another country where their own is on fire. They will leave their own problems.
Our own is on fire, so let's quench the fire first. We do not have the resource, we do not have the means, we do not have the will, we do not even have
we don't have the wisdom.
We don't have the wisdom.
Yeah, exactly. Because the truth is the wisdom. How can me, who is a typical Christian, be able to preach justice for the Muslim? Or how can the typical Muslim be preaching justice? Nobody will look at it from the fairness of it. And what is justice in this case? Even the world is divided about it. You understand? I don't want Nigerians to be involved because we don't even have the knowledge, the know-how to deal with this. So somebody is in my place. I say somebody when they get only one wife, they talk for where people will get plenty wives. They talk. You don't have. You don't. Do you have the experience? You understand? Our experience is that of fighting, like exactly what's happening there now. We only kill each other in the name of religion. That's what we are known for. And these two people over there fighting, they're divided brothers. You understand? Same thing, same religion. You understand? We want to say so. We don't want this. We don't want this.
Nigeria should be left out totally. We are not ready for that. We don't have the wisdom to do that.
Exactly.
People will be partial. People will be sentimental, and I don't think you need such people.
And even I've been thanking God that we've not raised any issue about it. There has not been clash so far. You understand? Because it's not unexpected. Nigerians fight between when Chelsea is playing Arsenal. Man U against this. They fight, they break and they kill one another. Over football match that take place in Europe. They are the best supporters. Most of us are more Christian than the Pope. Most of them are better than Nigerians are more than the Imam. You see, we're lynching our own daughter in the name of this. So we want to be careful. Please, leave us out of this. Oh.
Yes, we don't have the wisdom and the, whatever it is, whatever you people, maybe they are looking up to Nigeria as the big brother in Africa or as the giant of Africa. That's why they are calling us to go and halt Gaza conflict. We do not have the wisdom and the power to. Let's be clear. And there's a story here that says alleged 109 billion naira fraud. Court revokes ex-AGP Idris co-defendant's bail on page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. There's a story here as well that says a killer of Lagos Lawman sweeper is a mechanic, police investigation. And these are some of the stories we've seen before. We've seen other stories before. These are all we can take from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. We may recall that 2 days ago, two women sweeping were actually run over by a vehicle that was being chased by how do you call them?
The lawman.
Yes. No, it's not. How do you call those people in Lagos? These people that even yesterday on the news, they were calling on federal government to help them, that they're actually terrorizing them. They are last man.
And last man, they call that's what
this lawman, I think they are those people in charge of sweeping.
Okay.
Yeah, those people in charge of waste, they sweep and they clean. So, and these two women were just doing their job that morning when this person ran them over. What a painful way to die. And they are not saying that the guy is a mechanic. Apparently, and this is one thing too, and this is why you see, I actually maybe the reason he did not stop for last mile official is because no driver's license, or maybe because if you have everything they need, I don't see any reason you should be running away from them, or maybe you are not using a seatbelt or something. But I'm of the opinion as well that our mechanics, they should do better. And I don't think when somebody stops you, you should be able to stop, or maybe he beats the traffic. And now this is one thing when you give your car to people who do not, understand the law. I've seen in Abuja where a mechanic also, this one is the church member of mine, gave his car to a mechanic, and the mechanic now said, okay, let me go to church for a program. When you finish, by the time you finish, I will come back. And the next thing the man does, some of these mechanics, when their guys are not there, want to go and impress. And before you know, he ran over Okada guy carrying a lady, and before people died. The Okada guy died, the other, and it was a serious issue. And so I don't know who to blame on this, but I really sympathize with the families of these two women, and of course, the Lagos State government, we need to do something about this last man as well. That's one thing I love about road safety in Abuja as well. If you're running, they don't need to chase you. There's a power bike, right? They don't need to chase you. And because they have, the moment you're going, they would have sight your your number, your plate number. We not in these days where you enter a vehicle, you start. Are you doing a car racing? That is even dangerous for other
I don't
road
know.
users. And so I think Abuja, that's one thing with Abuja. I think they've upgraded. They now have a power bike. They will leave you to go first as you're going. After a while, the power bike will follow. And then maybe it's out of your mind that nobody's following me, and they would have gotten your plate number, and the power bike will just go to your front and stop. What would you do? And Abuja is always one way road, so you won't have a way to turn or say you are manipulating. So I think Lagos last month would do something about that. It's really sad that these people they have to die. Anyway, we and congratulations to this our young girl that actually did a wig. I saw that wig yesterday online. I didn't understand it. I thought it was a rope packed
That
somewhere
thing, I don't
until
know. Maybe for me personally, that thing is irritating. Oh. Honestly,
it
I don't say.
is.
He said,
But they are saying that she has said, I saw her carrying a certificate, so I've not confirmed whether that is from the Guinness, how do you call them?
"Is
Uh,
Eh,
Guinness Book of Record." No, Guinness Book of
yes.
Record cannot just give her like that because before you do
But
something
she
like
was
that,
holding a certificate. So what is that certificate?
they were
That
supposed
is
to approve it. So I don't know if Guinness
maybe
Book
because I'm even more worried that she did this hair for 11 days. How can you do something as long as it's just 11 days? I should be hearing 3 months, 6 months. Are you getting? And this is just
yes.
like somebody tying ropes together, drawing it on the ground. Well, anyway, we'll see how that go because I'm not seeing it as weak.
The
The front
developing
is like,
story. It's not there on Guinness Book of Record verified page, so I don't know the
okay. Okay, so
certificate.
it's a developing story because I'm seeing that the front is actually a human hair fringe and the back is more of attachment or weaving or rope. So I don't know the connection there. Maybe we'll get to find out more of that later. We move on quickly now to the Guardian newspaper.
Okay, and here the big headline says Amcon banks bailout 1 year after takeover of discourse, darkness, liquidity crisis persists. And that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And here we have another story that says again, SEC moves to reduce 190 billion naira unclaimed dividends. You can find that story on page 15 of the Guardian newspaper. We have another story that says Zelensky accuses Russia of benefiting from Israel Hamas war. You can find that story on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And then we have another story that says compliance defines as NLC, TUC, indefinite strikes kick off. That story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And then we have another story that says Article 6 coalition of opposition parties caution against slide to one party dictatorship. You can find that story on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. We have another story that says fortifying custodial centers to keep inmates safe. Detail would be attackers. You can find that story on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper. And I think these are all the stories we have this morning on the Guardian newspaper today.
Okay, it's quite a lot there as well, but we've seen that the issue of discourse in Nigeria is something I don't know. I think when Peter Obi was campaigning there, that was one of the reasons he traveled out. I don't know what he went to do, but I remember he leaving the country as regarding electricity issues. I think electricity issues in Nigeria it's something that we need serious people to come and reform. Ministers are no longer doing what they're supposed to do, and we can see that 1 year after Outcome Bank's bailout, disclose darkness, liquidity crisis persists. So we I don't know what to do, but I think it needs a total overhauling, just like every other sector, the health, the education. These are some of the major issues. Because when we talk about electricity, it's something that we live on. You can see a saloon woman not disturbing anybody, just doing her hair, dressing there, but they need the mechanic person needs light. Generator repairer needs light. And so like even the woman that is running a shop selling her mineral there or water as well, they need this light. And so it's really
Light.
sad.
Every sector need lights. But the question is, which sector is even working in this country? Because as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing working in this country. Nothing. Every sector has one problem or the other. And one thing, the only reason why we're talking about light is for the fact that we know that light is important in every part or in everything we do in this country, and you're not doing anything about it. But the question is, all these our leaders, are they experiencing the same thing that we're experiencing as regards light? But they're not
They
doing
don't.
anything. They're just suffering for light issues. I said yesterday there was a total blackout. There was no light, and you can imagine a central area like this is been on and off. It's not
And
even this.
you can see the candle, the person holding candle there. So we are still used to using candle, using torchlight to buy rechargeable torchlight. And so I really do hope that we'll get to a place in Nigeria. Now just look at a president that came in not up to 1 year is already telling us that I inherited so much. That means you're already giving up halfway. These are things you already know that must come
Come
up.
and tell you, it's too early. That he just stayed there for barely 6 months. They should give him time. Give him time. And
What I love about this is uh, when God created the world, He said, "Let there be light." Huh?
yes,
So without light, you are in darkness. The
sure.
implication is we are still in partial darkness. We are slowly coming out of it. If the federal government can understand the importance of this, and you guys are talking about some serious ministers, you understand? This is where we needed somebody who doesn't look at your face to be the minister of electricity. You know, who will go into it and begin to talk blah 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 like this man. What's it called? We can just talking alone. People, the press being interested in what he had to say. We raise a lot of issues on what is annoying people there. You understand? So the question is who's our minister for electricity right now? You know, it's a very important sector. You understand? And now that Nigerians cannot even feed, are we talking of electricity? We can manage electricity. See the situation. A wise government, you know, if Tinubu had a plan and tell us to wait for the next 2 years, we will. If the federal government have a plan, and say, hey, see, there should be a slogan for a campaign, Operation Feed the
The
Nation.
nation.
That was a slogan we were used to back in the days. What is the slogan of this dead government? You see, this is the thing. You're dead on arrival. So they can wake up. We expect them to wake up, but we cannot. You
The
see,
thing is that they were busy fighting for a position without any
yeah,
structure. You understand? They're not
and
thinking of what to do when
they
they
got
get
it.
there. They just want to win first. Let me
Yes,
just be there, answering the name of a leader. You understand? Without making plans of what they will do when they get to that place. And at the end
and
of the
now
day, this is not
saying
me
to
the
them,
people.
yeah, I hear you, daughter. That they got the power. Use it. You understand? Nigerians are not even ready to fight. We're not even ready to accuse you of anything. We know that it is
Are
difficult.
you saying the part that Nigerians are giving up? When you go out sometimes, they won't talk to people, they'll tell you that their voice are not being heard. You understand? Some people won't tell you that if I talk now, they will come for me. Are we now in a country whereby you're scared of talking because they will come for you? You can imagine. So the thing is, it's just that bad. I think within the week I posted about one of these newspaper review where we're talking about the APC, and that the quiz was actually talking about the governor, Hope Uzodinma. Somebody was like, you are talking against the APC, they should not come for you people. I was like, is it that bad right now that we cannot talk again in the country because they will come for us? So me, I don't know. What would just help us? It's not funny.
No, no.
Anyway,
What we lack. So sorry. What hurts me right now is the government is new. They need time to do what they have to do. But we are not seeing exactly what you are planning to do. You see, when you come up with a plan and say, hey, give us 6 months, you see, this policy needs to come to bear. You understand? Give us also time. What is it trying to do? Declare war on the agricultural sector, declare war on the electricity sector. Are we trying to reform our education? There should be something which the government thinks if I do this in another 6 months, things will be better because the effect of this will, in fact, if the education sector is good, it will affect every other part of the economy. If the health sector is good, it will affect. What is the plan? This one is like you are running everything as it is, the normal government machineries, and putting people there so that things will get better. No, a government that is in this dire situation, we have a solid plan on how to change the country or reverse the country, change the narrative. So you need a plan. That is what we don't have. If they have it, they've not communicated it to
and,
us.
and then maybe the economists are actually right that this because they said that the government has run out. They've run out of ideas. That means that I'm even thinking they didn't even come with any anyway because
If they have idea, have you
if you
heard it?
have
Have you heard
idea,
it?
I've not heard about any ideas. So
Have you heard it?
how come they are running out of ideas that we don't have?
They came with subsidy remover. Maybe they were thinking that would be the solution to Nigerian problem.
Subsidy remover, yeah.
Funny enough, this one when that man came in and made that pronouncement, everybody thought, oh, this
Roll
man.
your sleeves.
Oh,
Roll your
yes,
sleeves. Going to work. I was like, wow, action man has come. Now I'm not seeing
This
anything.
is what we need.
Only to roll sleep to buy SUVs.
Yes.
Huh? And
To buy yachts.
what a disaster.
Disaster.
In fact, your honeymoon time is over, sir. You never had one anyway because you were not even welcome. But now we're going to drill you. You see, there's sometimes they get angry when we talk like this. It is for the government to wake up. You understand? The only thing is, in fact, if everybody keep clapping for you, something is wrong with you. That's what my father said. If everybody they clap for you, something is wrong with you. You know, let people see what you are doing wrong. And when they tell you, it helps you to wake up in life. You understand? So me telling you, son, do this, it's a good thing for you. So I was not happy when my dad was saying that. But now I come to learn that you cannot only gain from people praising you. You need to hear the other side of the story. Today, I think the Nigerian complaint is, okay, they're using the excuse of the labor man beating up. But the truth is Nigerians are a little bit tired. Tired right now. Like you just say, we're in darkness, that is 119. There's no food on the table. Things are hard. They can't move from one place to the other. The first time we're having this issue, you can turn things around. You understand? By saying, okay, maybe Nigerians will need to suffer. I started with electricity. In the next 6 months, there will be electricity in Nigeria. Oh, no, sorry. There will be will be refineries. You understand? So you let us suffer for 6 months, and refineries will come up. Don't even give us anything. Don't stop everything. Give us refineries. Wake us. Tell us to come back. We will not die in 6 months.
You know that it was when this man removed subsidy and he started giving out money for palliative, I knew that something has gone wrong.
Thank you.
That means there was
no, there is a government that bows to every pressure. It's like what Buhari did. Buhari bowed to the pressure of not following through with the money, with the naira swap. And the same thing that we see Tinubu doing. He couldn't stand to tell because they lack communication. If someone that refused to come on, Nigerians should learn. Any leader that refused to come on debate shouldn't be voted in at all because Tinubu does not communicate. You understand? And go and see American president as old as he is. He comes to do the press briefing daily. If he doesn't do it, then the press secretary will address the press daily. That way you're communicating, you're telling
things are happening and the country is being carried along. Exactly. And no matter what happened at that point, it was okay. He said this. Okay, exactly. Let's give them the rest of the time. We are waiting. Only for
the Biden to make that statement. Are you the press secretary from your department to we inherited this? Today it's on the headline. You understand? See, if there is no, I don't understand how Nigerian government works. That's the truth. I saw this AIT, this China guy is now the
Ajero.
What's Ajero doing? He should be communicating more. He's there. He should understand.
I don't even know what Ajero is doing. You know, Ajero was actually up and doing while he was with China. Now that he has been the political,
he's making money.
Whatever. I don't understand. Anyway, we need to look up to him way back. Let's move on now to the Daily Times newspaper. These are some of the stories we have coming from the Daily Times. The main headline here says, strike. Nigeria in darkness as Labour shuts economy. Cripple Lagos port activities. Government offices empty. Many banks comply. NAS workers locked out. And you can, that gate there is a National Assembly entrance. And then you can see the gate very well there that workers are shut out because even I think the security are complying, everybody's complying and they've locked workers out. Hi. Go back to your homes because this is something that Labour actually
mean business
this time around. And then we have also a story here, Rabadu's bankruptcy disclosure. J. Buhari, others, prominent Nigerians. This is coming from groups. They're calling on power that be to jail the necessary people if truly we don't have anything in our treasury. And we saw a story here that says pay housewife 200 million naira, court orders IGP 3 orders. There's a story here that says NAF air strikes destroy 6 illegal refinery sites. There's a story here that says in Saudi, Tinubu negotiates multi-billion-dollar funding package for infrastructure on page 5 of the Daily Times newspaper. There's a story here as well that says how economic hardship pushed Nigerians to 290 billion naira debt in 3 months. This is according to reports. And these are all the stories we have coming from the Daily Times today. And so we see that even National Assembly, they are feeling the brunt already. You can see the gates that is shut. No,
Real.
nobody is moving. Nobody goes in. Yes, go back to your homes
It's
and
a
sit down.
serious business, man.
Yes.
I like that.
I see that security standing on the gates. I'll be like, wow.
And because
Security.
no, they've been ordered to close, and there's nothing at this point, whether you are the Senate president, except you have a special gate that you have the keys to. But order is an order. So even if you enter, your workers are not there to serve you. What will you do?
How can we enter where?
How can you work?
I can even enter this gate now. Let's be sincere. They don't. They know these big men. They don't want to die. They don't come here now.
They fear passing. They are so scared.
Yeah.
And then there's a story here as well that says how economic hardship pushed Nigerians to 290 billion naira debt in 3 months. And it's the same economy we've been talking about.
How much money they're owing?
Yes, just in 3 months. So you can see that it's quite hard for everybody. But I don't understand why our government in Saudi is now negotiating a multi-billion dollar funding package for infrastructure.
You see, this is the thing we're talking about.
Confusion.
Infrastructural government. We've been saying it again and again. Why is he not negotiating that kind of structure for our agriculture? You understand? And these people are feeding themselves well. They don't even farm the way we do. Why are you not negotiating that to come and revive the Nigerian agriculture than importing rice? These people are out of order, man. You understand? Use that for the most important thing. I am supporting this kind of movement. Is there, at least it's not going there to pray alone. It's going there to negotiate business. But Baba, negotiate agriculture. You understand? Negotiate education. Forget if this is when it begins to be infrastructure, because if we have a good education, then we'll be doing infrastructure on our own. What I'm worried about is how can we not even be able to construct roads in Nigeria? Are you saying Nigerian companies cannot do good roads? Must we spend money on Julius Berger till thy kingdom come? Now, see today, now Chinese companies are the one doing our rails, doing our roads. There's competition among them. What happened to Nigerian? What are you telling us? We are not educated enough. The school wanted to teach them for China. The technology of constructing road in China is different from the one they teach in Nigeria. 1 + 1 is 2 everywhere in the world. What are you not thinking of empowering our sector to make it happen? That is what education can bring. So if you say you are going to do a meaningful education, people might not see it now, but you begin to sell it. That we don't need to get this kind of schools. We don't need to get this. We don't need health sector. Our medical doctors will do this for us. Then Nigerians begin to listen. So if you revive our education sector, our agricultural sector, our health sector, which is very important because we spend so much money on health tourism. India is our new home. These are areas that the federal government going to say, okay, I'm going to declare war. We just mentioned electricity. Baba, not to that one, they talk of infrastructure. Infrastructure, what kind of infrastructure? To build more houses, not to they won't buy new cars again. You understand? Build more houses, build roads. We can do roads. The kind of infrastructure you're talking about now, you know what your governor did? They spent 70 billion on to this company, this German company. And everybody's clapping. He's doing well. And I'm wondering, are you saying we don't have companies that can do this road in Nigeria? Then we have a problem. Because it's the same Nigerians that will come and do the job. They only bring some experts. They are not bringing the whole people. The people doing the job are still Nigerians. So the labor work will still be done by Nigerians. It's just the few Germans that will come to supervise the work. Supervising us to take our money. And we have universities lying down there. No. So we need a reform. These are the things. Baba going to negotiate infrastructure is an insult to us at this time. We've overseen that Julius Berger will not continue to construct roads in Nigeria. Since I grew up, I hear of Julius Berger. Till tomorrow, my children will see the same Julius Berger. We not go get Christian Berger. Now, wow, we will get our own construction company that can do better than them. You understand? When are we going to wake up, man? These are the things that really wakes me up. When I wake up in the morning, I can't sleep sometimes. How Nigerians can still be dull. We see dull. Look at your president. If he's thinking that mad, you said he's an accountant. Where can I to pay me? And
Honestly,
accountant, you don't know the importance of, because accountant they don't like to spend money like that. Eh? You bring in money, you bring in rice in, you packing all this influence into a country that's already there, and you say there's a quick fix for the naira. If na hope say naira will change tomorrow to better thing, unless they get miracle, the naira will continue to fall. If this is the case,
It's sad. And Kenneth will say they are doing it so Nigerians can breathe. I don't think right now Nigerians are even suffocating. It's really sad.
we will always be breathing.
And then let's go to sports now as wrap up the reviews. I've been waiting for, NLC people. Get them before we wrap up. Fine. Otherwise, we'll bring them tomorrow. Let's go to sport now. These are some of the stories we have coming from the Punch Sport Extra. We have here as a main headline. Line here says landmark. Eagles set for record appearances across international window on page 6 of the Punch Sports Extra. We also have a story here that says James not interested in City Madrid on page 4 of the Punch Sport Extra. As well, there's a story here that says United offload Anthony on page 4 as well of the Punch Sport Extra. There's a story here that says Osimhen gets new Napoli coach. That story is on page 6 of the Punch Sport Extra. As well, we have a story here that says Falcons dominate CAF Women's Award nominations on page 6 of the Punch Sport Extra. Spurs Barca battle for Ndidi. And that story is on page 6 of the Punch Sport Extra. There's a story here as well that says that Eagles determined to qualify for World Cup, and that is coming from Umerua on page 6 of the Punch Sport Extra. These are some of the stories we have coming from the Punch Sport Extra this morning. And we have a story here that says Marlene I. Adams on page 6 of the
they're
paper.
saying Eagles determined to qualify for World Cup, but they are forgetting that we don't even have any good keeper. Our keepers we don't have good keeper now. We Super Eagles. Let's be sincere. So what have they been doing? To even get us a good keeper is a problem. And they've not been doing anything about it. Even if you say we have good defender or good striker, what about the keeper? They carry ball now and come to the post, they'll just score. But they don't have good keeper. Till now, there is no good keeper. They are looking for one person that
I think they have been hunting for a keeper for how many weeks now, but hopefully before the World Cup qualify. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but we should just what of Vincent Iyama or Victor Iyama? What's his name?
Yeah, that one is he not old? I don't understand. I thought he has served enough and they let him.
yes, no, he's no longer there. We need somebody else.
And then some young boys to
Funny
run
enough,
this
when you go into these our local leagues, you'll be shocked the kind of talent you will see there. It's just that they are not eyeing these places.
No, I think the most painful thing with Nigerian sport first. I was sleeping one day and I just said, some people disappointed Nigeria. It is the light of them Okocha, them Finidi George, those big boys in Kano that came to Europe and had a big success. They did not translate it into the Nigerian sports sector. Why am I saying this? Is you see the sports in Nigeria, is especially football, is something that will be flying today. The only reason music succeeded is because our young boys, after playing music once, they begin to create their own brand. You understand? You have to give credit to these young Nigerians who now have their own recording companies. Now begin to have recording artists. Look at Nigerian, no matter what they did, But these boys created an empire, an industry for us. Which industry do these big boys eh, that have gone to Europe make a lot of money, seen the money in football? What were they able to create back home? They became what? They only begin to do betting, and Nigerian bet to lose money. But there is big money in sport. They've seen it. They were signed into those contracts. They never went back. And then we're talking of entrepreneurship now. All right? It never happened. The best people that will understand the sport economy are those who have been here or who are in the business. You cannot understand the music economy other than the musicians. And I remember interviewing a young man here, and he's thinking that, oh, it's not about those that you see. That some people make money in music that you don't know. Do you understand? And he gives wonderful instances, and that is what we're talking about. I didn't know that because it's your field. How can those people who have been in sport do that? Today, if that had been the case, they would be the one actually recruiting and actually making big money. Because Nigeria now need social football. I hear this young man saying to Osima, Mike, and Mike I was never a big fan of Mike anyway. He's saying to me, "Man, you are going to play in Chelsea, and I'm going to do it." And I'm ashamed. Even if you had started with that, that would have been nice. They would have even been able to exert their influence right here in Europe, playing football here. They could have been at least a football agent to bring in footballers to come and play here, and it's big money. Let people start with that. Forget about the local league. None of that happened with these boys. Now they finish, they go home, they go and build hotels. All you see a Nigerian footballer that has left is going to build a hotel and is fighting to be in the NFA. So they can share bribe. I don't understand. Are you guys that
Most
cheap?
people that has the very people that has passion for this football, to be sincere with you, they don't get the opportunities. You understand? So it's
Right.
just those people that maybe they got it out of, maybe let me just say, through connections and all of that. At the end of the day, most of them they just went there just because of the money that they are picturing. You understand? Not for the passion. Those people that have that passion, that have that natural skill of being good players, you hardly see them get such opportunities. And you know, football has age. Yeah, let me just, as a footballer, if you're like your real age, you're not football age. Let me say you're up to 25 years. Talking, or let's talk about maybe your football age. You're up to 25 years. Let's say you're still in Nigeria. It will be difficult for you to travel. It will be difficult for them to even take you. You understand? That's why most times you see them, they reduce their age. They work by age. And that is why even when they reduce their age, once you're up to 25, it's difficult for you to get such opportunities to travel out, maybe to Europe to go and play ball and all of that. And it's affecting them. So if you don't, these days now, as a footballer, if you don't have that connection, you don't have that agent that will take you out, you'll just be here. And they don't even regard those ones here. Not that they are not good, but they don't regard them. They want everybody to travel. It's when you travel, you get that recognition. So how can you travel when you don't even have the connection? So that's just it.
Anyway, there's a story here that really gladdens my heart this morning that says Falcons dominate CAF Women's Award nominations.
They're doing well. And I hope you see, this is what they did in England when they went to this World Cup. You understand? The thing they were talking about is how it will have effect on the local women football. You understand? The women league is now doing well in Europe and in England because they've been looked down upon. Now that the Falcon are doing well, you understand? How do we translate this into encouraging our daughters to now take advantage of this big sport? You understand? That women in football can be a big thing. You understand? And I'm happy that women are doing everything now. Table tennis is something. We're not moving up. So long tennis is doing big money. You understand? So these are areas where, and you see, when the president is there now, I forgot to mention that he could have actually signed things on sport. Sport. How are we going to turn the whole Nigerian stadium into money-making ventures? Money. You understand? So, and until an industry begin to make money, it's difficult to make it better. Like I'll continue to say, you might think the government going to pump in money till that cannot come, the money will go into the bill. But by the time you create it in such a way that people now make money in that industry, it becomes
Yes, as
yes.
well. Anyway, that would be a good place to wrap up the reviews today. I'm so sorry we couldn't bring in the officials of NLC. They are having crucial meetings, and it will be difficult actually whisking them out of that meetings right now. The timing is not okay for them. And we all know what is happening in Nigeria, and of course, we know that it will be difficult to talk to them now. But between now and weekend, we're going to bring them here. We do hope that this strike, the impact will be felt, and the government will sit up and discuss reasonable matters as regarding Nigeria, not just the workers alone, because we have private workers, but Nigerians as a state and the people. Thank you for being on the show, Dr. Chris, and thank you, Mary, all the way from Abuja, for being on the show. But Mary, on your way to work today, apart from the situation at around FCDA, what did you observe?
As regards traffic was not much, to be sincere. There was not much traffic. The road was a kind of clear. It was free. You understand? Most times you see students on the road going to school. I didn't see something like that. Just few of them, you understand? Like, so, and I can actually hear them communicating that there is no school. I think some people went, they didn't get the information. They went there and noticed that the schools are closed. So they were telling their other maybe classmate or so that there's no school, they'll be going back, all this kind of stuff. I heard them saying that on the road. So everywhere is a kind of scanty.
So schools are shut too?
Yes.
Yeah, schools are shut.
Schools are shut. We saw on the news today, ports, schools, banks, institutions, they are shut. So this is even serious, more serious than we thought.
Yes,
and we'll hope that negotiation will now begin.
It's a must. There's no, when you grant the country in this form, the government have no choice.
The banks have shut down, they were shutting down.
So they have no choice.
Yes, so negotiation will begin right away, and I bet that's why we're not able to bring any of the officials on our show this morning. But I'm believing that they're having, like he said, they're having crucial meetings this morning. Anyway, we hope that whatever happened, the outcome will be for the good of all the people. We'll see you again tomorrow on the show. But before we go, do not forget to subscribe to our social media handles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube page, and of course, leave us with your comment. Hit on the notification bell as well, so you get updates each time we're live. And of course, don't forget our production outlets as well. You can just walk in and you start producing. It's quite a good thing that you don't need to stress yourself. All you have to do is to go in with your crew and produce, carry on with your production. And of course, don't forget our renters. We rent equipment as well, lighting, cameras are available. We do your video coverage as well. Coverage is just anything you have in party, birthdays, weddings, book launch, Jumats, Thanksgiving service, we're there, available to cover them for you. And of course, our travel tours, we book your tickets anywhere in the world, local and internationally, even your education, anything you want to do, just call on us. And of course, our magazine as well as 30K, you can showcase your brand, your product to the world as well. But our production outlet is something I really want you to look out for. It's quite amazing, and the amount as well, it's quite reasonable. You can see how beautiful the place is for your use already. So please give us a call. Out there, we know that the economy is being grounded to a halt by the organized labor. Please be peaceful with yourself and others, and do well to remember that peace is priceless. So let's always give peace a chance. We'll see you again on the show, hopefully tomorrow. And of course, in as much as you're not working, you are home. So please do well, to give a helping hand. Somebody might just be needing something now that everywhere is locked, no shop, nothing. Please look out for those if you have more than enough to give. And like I said, follow us on our social media handle, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and of course X, and subscribe to our YouTube. We'll see you again hopefully tomorrow. I'm yours truly, Princess Kes. Bye.
Are you a filmmaker in Abuja and its environ? Do you need a place for your music video, or you need a venue for your conference, and even an editing suite for your post-production? Look no further. Our beautiful Torrate in Lokugoma has it all. We have a whole floor that consists of 3-angle lounge, a beautiful dining area, a large kitchen, a conference area that can comfortably accommodate 60 persons, and 5-bedroom adaptable for all kinds of shoots. The good news is all is available at affordable price. And you know what? If you are a member of the Association of Movie Producers of Nigeria, you have 20% discount. So, what are you waiting for? Hurry and contact us on the numbers on your screen now. Hooray! The next President Show is here again.
Everyone, my name is Hajara Osman Muhammad. I'm the Youth Governor for Kano State, Nigeria's Center of Commerce.
Pronounced Joel Garba, the Youth Executive Governor of Kaduna State, and I am contesting for the Youth Presidency of Nigeria under the People's Liberation Party, PLP.
Aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills. Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.